Good morning, Lancer fans, and welcome to LPS Media's coverage of the 2017 Thanksgiving Day football game between the Central Catholic Raiders and your Lawrence High School Lancers. Your Lancers come into today's game with a record of 2-8, and they are looking for a monumental upset over the 9-1 Central Catholic Raiders. We'd like to thank you for joining us here on LPS Media and spending your Thanksgiving Day with us. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with the kickoff.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Cheers.
Take time to be a dad today.
Welcome back, Lancer fans, and thanks for joining us on LPS Media, whether you're watching on YouTube, Comcast, Channel 99, or Verizon, Channel 41. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours, and once again, thanks for joining us, our crew. This morning, producer Luis Lopez, my name is Jay Oza. It's a pleasure and a privilege to provide you with today's broadcast of Thanksgiving Day football between the Central Catholic Raiders and your Lawrence High School Lancers. This is year number 3 of the Thanksgiving Day rivalry between these two teams. Central Catholic 2-0. You can watch both of those games, the previous 2 games of this rivalry, right here on our LPS Media YouTube channel, simply titled Lawrence Public Schools. Your Lancers coming into the game with a record of 2-8. Meanwhile, Central, the perennial juggernaut, comes in with a record of 9-1. Lancers looking for the monumental upset on this beautiful sun-splashed morning here at Robert Fitzgerald Field at Lawrence Veterans Memorial Stadium. Thursday, November 23rd, 2017. Thanks so much for joining us. So the Lancers will kick off to Central as the Lancers won the toss and elected to defer. We have Greg DeRochers and Cameron Bowes back deep to return the kickoff for the Raiders. Actually, it looks like that would be number 11, Matthias Villafane, back with DeRochers. We are underway. Happy Thanksgiving. Central ball to start things off. It's DeRochers finding some room up the middle. DeRochers has the 30, and he's up to the 35, and that's where Brett Edwards and the Central Catholic Raiders will start off. Central Catholic lost in the Division I North Final against Everett High School. Everett, meanwhile, will play against Xaverian in the Division I Super Bowl at Gillette Stadium. Here is quarterback Brett Edwards. Going to be playing at UNH next year. Edwards in the shotgun, 3 wide to the near side left. It's a pass to the near side left, and it's caught by Jake Delaney. Chevrolet on the tackle. Delaney actually loses a yard there. No huddle for the Raiders. Edwards in the shotgun, 1 back in the backfield. It's a handoff up the middle. Plenty of running room. First down for the Raiders, getting it almost to midfield. That is Donadio, number 23, the captain, on the carry. New line of scrimmage. Looks like it's going to be the Central 49. Nope, they put it right at midfield. Santel on the tackle. It's first down for Central. Donadio in the backfield for Edwards. He's back to pass on first down. Plenty of time. Fires far side. Incomplete, low. In coverage for the Lancers, Anthony Garcia. He was looking for Anthony Farrelly over on the far side. That's going to bring up second down and 10 from midfield. First drive of the ball game, 10:05 remaining here in the first. Thanksgiving morning, 2017. Central Catholic with the ball already at midfield. It's going to be a 2nd and 10 for Edwards. He's got a shotgun formation, 1 back in the backfield, 2 wide to the near side left, 1 out to the far side right. Handoff left side, it's Donadio again. Donadio brings it all the way up into Lancer territory. It's very close to a Central first down. It looks like he might be just a bit short. Sanchez on the tackle for Lawrence High. New line of scrimmage, the 41. 3rd and less than a yard. Raiders go no huddle. 3 wide to the far side right. It's a handoff up the middle. First down Raiders. As Joseph Hochlan on the carry, picking up the first down. Hoshan remains in the backfield here, 1st and 10. Edwards rolls to his right, fires to the far side, it's caught. 2nd and 6 coming up. That reception by Matthias Villafane, the senior.
Edwards pass complete to Matthias Villafane. 4-yard pickup, now 2nd down and 6.
No huddle for Central. Edwards looks at his wristband, gets the play in, 3 wide receiver set. Edwards gonna keep it. Edwards has the first down and he's tripped up at the 23.
Edwards on the quarterback keeper for Central. He picks up the Raider first down. Captain Ruben Murillo, number 7, made the tackle for Lawrence.
Murillo on the tackle for the Lancers. Once again, no huddle for Central Catholic. The Raiders driving here on their first possession of the ball game. 8:42 to go here in the first. Edwards remains in the shotgun. Donadio in the backfield. He's best to pass. Here comes the pressure. Nice job. Flag is down. Edwards shaking another tackle. He's going to throw to the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. It's Donadio, but let's check the flag. Not much celebrating going on. It looks like it's going to be a holding call. Penalty goes against Central Catholic, so wipe that touchdown off the board. It was not a holding call. That's going to be a personal foul against the Central offense, so the Raiders move 15 yards back. Nope. New line of scrimmage after the penalty, the 32, so it looks like it was just a 10-yard holding call. Donadio remains in the backfield for Edwards. Shotgun snap to Edwards. Pressure coming from the blind side. He fires far side, and it's dropped by Bose.
Edwards pass intended for Cameron Bose is complete. 2nd down and 20.
Second down coming up for the Raiders. Line of scrimmage, the 32-yard line of Lawrence. 8:12 to go here in the first quarter. The Raiders choose to huddle here. A lot of this first drive has been a no-huddle offense. Donadio in the backfield for Edwards. 2 wide to the far side right, 1 to the near side left. That's Villafane. He goes in motion left to right. Gets the jet sweep. Villafane making a move, and Villafane comes very close to the first down marker. Nice shifty carry.
Picks up 17 yards.
Solid gain, 17 yards. And the Raiders are going to go without a huddle here on 3rd down and about 2. Donadio in the backfield, 3 wide receiver set, 2 to the far side right. And we have whistles before the snap. And that is a timeout called by Lawrence High School. We would like to thank you for watching LPS Media, your home for Lawrence Lancers athletics. We'll take this opportunity to remind you that we broadcast on both Comcast Channel 99 and Verizon Channel 41, covering events at all of the wonderful public schools around the city of Lawrence. You can find LPS Media all day, every day on any device. Just check us out on YouTube. Our channel is simply titled Lawrence Public Schools. Get the app or open up your browser and you can watch over 1,000 videos from the last 5 years. Here we go, 3rd and 2 for the Raiders on their opening drive. Edwards in the shotgun. Donadio in the backfield. He takes the carry, and he's going to pick up the first down. If he can get around the corner, it's going to be very close here. Did he get enough forward progress? Let's wait for the spot. 4th down is the signal. Murillo makes a phenomenal tackle. From up here, it looked like the spot would have been a little closer. 4th down coming up. The Lancers have an opportunity here to pick up some serious momentum. 4th down. Handoff up the middle to Haushin, and he's got the first down, plowing forward into the end zone for a central touchdown. Joseph Hoshan, the junior, 5'10", 175, picks up the first down, and he picks up the touchdown as he plows forward. 6-0 Raiders. They score on their opening possession. Delaney the hold on the point after, and the kick is up. And DeBay knocks it through to make it 7-0 after the 16-yard touchdown run by Joseph Hoshin.
7 minutes remain here in the first quarter.
Joe Haushin, the first player to score here on Thanksgiving morning 2017. Once again, thanks for joining us here on LPS Media, whether it's Comcast Channel 99, Verizon Channel 41, or on YouTube. Thank you for spending your Thanksgiving morning with us. The Lancers are down 7-0 here thanks to an opening drive touchdown by the Central Catholic Raiders, capped off by a 13-yard touchdown rush by Joe Haushin. DeBay knocks through the PAT, and here we are at 7-0 in the first quarter. 7:05 on the clock here in the first. DeBay getting ready to kick off. It'll be Murillo and Camacho deep to return the kickoff for the Lancers. It's a short kickoff, and it's bobbled, but collected by the Lancers at about the 33-yard line. 87, I believe. Isaiah Richards, 5'11", 170 sophomore, bobbled it, but was able to bottle that one up. And the Lancers will take over from the 34.
First and 10 from the Lawrence 34.
So here's Anthony Garcia, number 13, in at quarterback. He's got Santel in the backfield to his left. 4 wide receiver set for the Lancers. Garcia trying to take it around the left tackle. Garcia, very short gain here on first down.
Number 13, Anthony Garcia on the quarterback keeper for Lawrence. Run out of bounds for no gain. Second down for Lawrence.
Second down and long coming up for the Lancers. Garcia on the near sideline here getting the play. 6:30 to go here in the first. Lancers down 7-0 here on their first possession of the ball game. Lancers line up with 2 backs in the backfield, 2 wide receiver set. Garcia's going to hand it off up the middle. No gain for Lawrence High. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. I believe that was Gianni Vargas, number 21, on the carry, the sophomore, if I'm not mistaken.
No gain on the rushing play for Lawrence. Donadio made the tackle for Central Catholic.
3rd and 10 coming up for the Lancers here on their opening drive. It's tough to hang with Central. The Lancers don't want to go 3 and out here on their first drive. Once again, 2 backs in the backfield, 2 wide receiver set. Garcia's going to throw, heaves it up for Wilson. It's picked off by Central, but there's a flag down. Villafane picked off the pass from Garcia, but let's wait on the penalty flag. It's going to be a hold on Central, holding in the defensive backfield. And so the Lancers catch a break here. You can wipe that interception off the board. So the Lancers are going to catch a break here. Automatic first down and a 10-yard penalty. Same formation for the Lancers. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 wide receiver set. Garcia, nice cut up the middle, but he only gets a yard or so. Brings his team up to about the 45-yard line. 2nd and 9 coming up for Lawrence. Garcia has the play from the sideline. Lancers have been huddling up throughout their first drive here. First quarter action, 4:44 to go in the first. 2 wide receivers to either side. Garcia in the backfield with 2 backs. Garcia looking to throw, heaves it up for Wilson. Wilson can't bring it down. Wilson against Villafane on the near side once again. That will be a matchup to look out for. Lancers making an effort to get Andre Wilson the ball here early in this game, trying to get him going in single coverage against Max Villafane, number 11 for the Raiders. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go the same direction here on 3rd down and 9 from the 45. Wilson wide to the near side right. It's a handoff here on 3rd and 10. Rounding the corner, it's close, going to be close to a first down. Manny Lara on the carry. Let's check the spot here. Could be 4-down territory if he didn't quite pick up the first. He only gets it to the Central 48, so he's about 2 yards shy of the first down. So it's 4th and 2. Let's see if Mesidor comes on to punt. It looks like the Lancers are going to leave the offense on the field here as Garcia talks on the sideline with his coaches. He's got a play. And let's see, will the Lancers go for the 2 yards or perhaps try to catch the Raiders off guard and take a deep shot? Wilson lined up wide to the near side right. Garcia with 1 back in the backfield. Camacho goes in motion. Garcia is going to keep it. He's going to change directions. Garcia is going to lose yardage, and the Lancers turn the ball over on downs on their first drive.
Anthony Garcia on the quarterback keeper. He is brought down for a loss, so it goes as a sack. Anthony Mendoza and Nathan Driscoll combining on the stop for Central. To turn over on downs, and Central Catholic will take over the ball. They'll have good field position. 1st and 10 at the Lawrence 49.
So after the Lancers turn it over on downs, Edwards and the Raiders will take over from the Lawrence 49. Garcia trying to take that one up the left side, changed directions a couple times, ended up losing a couple of yards. Here's Edwards with a 4 wide receiver set, 1 back in the backfield. Edwards heaves it over the middle to Villafane. It's picked off by Camacho. Here goes William. William to the 30. Camacho to the 40. William Camacho gets the ball back for Lawrence High. Miguel Camacho, sorry, William Camacho, a student in Mr. Oza's English class last year. An easy mistake to make.
And a 20-yard interception return.
Well, William Camacho, if you're watching this, that's an extra little shout out for you. But Miguel Camacho, the senior #1, after being honored earlier in this game, the senior making a huge pick of Brett Edwards, the quarterback who will be going to UNH in the fall. Garcia and the Lancers right back out on the field. Let's see if they take a shot here. It's a handoff. Lancers going to lose plenty of yardage there on the handoff to Murillo.
Ruben Murillo on the carry for Lawrence. That play sniffed out quickly by the Central Catholic defense.
So 2nd and long coming up here for the Lancers. DeRocher's on the tackle. 2nd and about 15 coming up for the Lancers. Still in the first quarter, 3:25 to play in the first. Raiders scored a touchdown on their first drive of the game, the first overall drive of the game, a 13-yard touchdown run by Joe Houchen. The Lancers turned it over on downs on their first drive of the game. And then Brett Edwards threw an interception over the middle on the seam route to Villafane. Miguel Camacho, the senior, picked it off and gave the Lancers some pretty decent field position. Lancers called timeout here before this 2nd down play. And they line up in the shotgun formation with 2 wide to the near side right, 1 wide to the far side left, 2 backs for Garcia. Garcia takes the shotgun snap. Over to Lara. Lara is brought down at the 38, a loss of perhaps 4 yards on 2nd and 15, and it's 3rd and almost 20. Third and about 20 here from the Lancer 38-yard line. Would be smart for the Central defense to put 2 men on number 15, Andre Wilson of Lawrence. Let's see if Anthony Garcia is going to heave it long. Wilson lined up on the near side right. 2 backs for Garcia. 3rd and 20, looking for some time, heaves it over the middle, incomplete, intended for Murillo.
Garcia's pass intended for number 7, Ruben Murillo, just incomplete.
And the Lancers will have to bring on Muset Mesidor to punt.
Central. That'll leave Lawrence with 4th down at their own 38 and an apparent punting situation.
So 4th and 20 for Lawrence High. And they bring on one of the best punters, for my money at least, in the MVC, Muset Mesidor, number 43.
Muset Mesidor back to punt for Lawrence.
Villafane and DeRochers are back deep to return the punt for Central. Low snap, Mesidor has it on a bounce, and it's blocked! Central trying to recover the blocked punt. And it looks like they might have it at the 15-yard line. Either way, Central will take over as that was a 4th down.
Covered by number 34, Jared Gillis.
Jared Gillis, number 34, with the heads-up play, returning the punt. Either way, it would have been Central ball inside the red zone.
Will have their 3rd shot on offense in excellent field position.
And here we go. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Raiders at Lawrence High's 15-yard line. We've seen a few times this season Mesidor handling high snaps, low snaps, snaps all over the place, and still managing to get beautiful punts away. That time he couldn't handle it on 1 hop. And here we go, Edwards with 4 wide. Edwards with plenty of time, rolling now to his right. Edwards looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Central Catholic.
Touchdown, Central.
Once again, Joe Houchen. Was that number 6? Looks like Anthony Farrelly, beg your pardon, on the reception in the back of the end zone.
Anthony Farrelly with a 15-yard touchdown reception.
Number 6 for the Raiders, Anthony Farrelly, with a touchdown reception of 15 yards. 13-0, Central on top, scoring on 2 out of their first 3 drives. And here is DeBay on to kick the extra point. Snap is good, ball is down. The kick is up and good for DeBay.
Connects on his second extra point kick of the morning. And with 1:58 remaining in the first quarter, Central now leads Lawrence 14-0.
So the Raiders, with a 13-yard touchdown run from Joe Haushin in the first quarter, made it 7-0. And just moments ago, a 15-yard touchdown reception from Anthony Farrelly makes it 14-0 after DeBay's point after. And the Lancers are in a 2-touchdown hole with 1:58 to go here in the first. Once again, thanks for joining us here on LPS Media, your home for Lawrence Lancers athletics, whether it's on Comcast Channel 99, Verizon Channel 41, or on YouTube. We'd like to thank you for joining us and spending your Thanksgiving morning with us.
Camacho and Ruben Murillo team to receive for the Lancers.
Lancers about to have their third opportunity on offense here so far this morning. First possession, a turnover on down. Second possession, a blocked punt recovered by Central. Here is Miguel Camacho on the return, gets it up to the 32-yard line where he's pushed out of bounds. Camacho picks up about 15 on the return, and the Lancers will take over from the 32.
First and 10 Lancers, they'll work from their own 32.
Central Catholic averaging 41 points per game this season. Meanwhile, the Lawrence defense scored the second fewest points allowed in the MVC Large this year, averaging 20.5 points. So let's see if the defense can hold up throughout the rest of this game. 14 already on the board for Edwards and the Central offense. Here's a handoff up the middle. Nice misdirection by the Lancers. Finally, some positive yardage. A nice first down run for Manny Lara. He brings it to the 45. They faked the end around to Murillo. Enough linebackers tried to chase down Murillo over on the far side, leaving a nice hole open for Lara. First and 10 Lancers. They need to get it to the Central 45 to pick up another first. Shotgun formation for the Lancers. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 wide to the near side right. And Anthony Garcia wants to call timeout before this play. That's the Lancers' third timeout. We'll take this opportunity to remind you to check out LPS Media on YouTube. You can find our channel by searching for Lawrence Public Schools. Currently featured on our channel, the Tarbox School enjoyed an early Thanksgiving feast prepared by parents and served by teachers. The latest episode of Inside LHS featuring a Thanksgiving theme. And the latest episode of the Arlington Middle School Gator News is now up for your viewing pleasure. Check out those videos and over 1,000 more from the last 5 years on the Lawrence Public Schools YouTube channel.
First and 10 Lawrence from their own 45.
So the Lancers have a first and 10 here. 2 more timeouts to work with in the first half. 1:11 remaining here in the first quarter. Garcia in the shotgun. Murillo goes in motion. It's a handoff right up the middle for Santel. And he's pushed back. Looks like no gain for Santel. It'll bring up second down and 10. Clock rolling here. Under 1 minute to play in the first. Game time temperature here in Lawrence, a brisk 35 degrees. A light wind, but very sunny. A beautiful Thanksgiving morning here in Lawrence. As the Raiders have a 2-touchdown lead over the Lancers here in the late stages of the first quarter. Man in motion is Lara. Garcia heaves up a pass to Wilson. Wilson has it at the 20. Wilson at the 10. He loses the football. It's recovered by the Lancers in the end zone. Touchdown, Lawrence High. And that's one way to get it in. Brian Perez with the fumble recovery. Lawrence High on the board.
Number 12, Brian Perez recovers the Lancer football.
The Lancers managed to cover 55 yards. The pass was complete to Wilson. Wilson fumbled it inside the 10. And Brian Perez picks it up at the 1 and takes it to the house. It's 14-6. And here comes Mesidor. Mesidor in to kick the extra point. What a play. Mesidor with the extra point, and it is 14-7 here in Lawrence. 10 seconds left in the first quarter, and folks, we've got ourselves a ball game here at Robert Fitzgerald Field. So Joe Haushin started things off with a 13-yard touchdown rush to make it 7-0 on the Raiders' first drive of the ball game. Then Brett Edwards threw a 15-yard touchdown pass to Anthony Farrelly to make it 14-0. And just moments ago, Brian Perez recovered a fumble, returned it for a touchdown to make the score 14-7. That coming off a long reception by Andre Wilson that was fumbled inside the 10-yard line. Great awareness by Brian Perez. He's going to get a pat on the back at halftime for that play. And now the Lancer defense needs to come through with a stop. As we mentioned earlier, they have the second fewest points allowed in the MVC Large this year, averaging 20.5 points per game. Mesidor gets ready to kick it off. Kicks it deep. And that's DeRochers to return it. DeRochers has the 25. DeRochers to the 30. DeRochers with plenty of room. Mesidor can't make the tackle, and there goes DeRochers. A 96-yard touchdown. And the Central Catholic Raiders with a phenomenal special teams play to get that touchdown right back. DeRochers at the 4-yard line, got plenty of blocks, brought it up the far sideline, and it's 20-7. Well, that's a tough pill to swallow for the Lancers fans here in attendance at Veterans Memorial Stadium after a fumble recovery in the end zone by Brian Perez. Greg DeRochers takes it 96 yards to the house. DeBay's extra point is true. And the score here in a very exciting first quarter, 21 for the Raiders, 7 for the Lancers, and that will do it for the first quarter here from Lawrence. Strong entertainment value from the first quarter here on Thanksgiving morning 2017. Thanks as always for joining us here on LPS Media, your home for Lawrence Lancers athletics. Whether it's Comcast Channel 99, Verizon Channel 41, or on YouTube, we'd like to thank you for joining us and like to remind you that we broadcast 24 hours a day covering events at all of the wonderful public schools around the city of Lawrence. Some of our regular programming includes LHS Sports, theatrical productions, school committee meetings, and Inside LHS, a show featuring news and events from around all of the Lawrence High campus. You can find LPS Media all day, every day on any device. Our YouTube channel is simply titled Lawrence Public Schools. Get the app or open up your browser and you can watch over 1,000 videos from the last 5 years. Just about set to get the second quarter underway here from Lawrence on Thanksgiving morning 2017. In the first quarter, 4 touchdowns were scored. Joe Houchen, a 13-yard touchdown run, a 15-yard touchdown reception by Anthony Forelli, a fumble recovery in the end zone by Brian Perez of Lawrence High, and Greg DeRochers ended the second quarter with a 96-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Sets our score at 21-7 as we get this second quarter underway with DeBay kicking it off. Camacho and Murillo are back deep to return the kickoff. Let's see if we'll get the short quasi-onside kick from DeBay. Nope, he's going to kick this one deep. And it goes over the head of Camacho and into the end zone for a touchback.
Miguel Camacho downs the kickoff in the end zone, so that'll be a touchback. First and 10 from Lansing.
Lancer football from their own 20. After DeBay's kickoff went into the end zone for a touchback. Anthony Garcia in at quarterback. He's in the shotgun formation, one back in the backfield. Camacho goes in motion. It's a handoff up the middle to Lara. And the Raiders not fooled that time as Lara picks up only a yard. 2nd and 9 for Lawrence High.
Brought down on the play by the senior captain, number 63, Calvin Guillermo.
Clock rolling here in the second quarter. Lancers trying to respond after a 96-yard touchdown return off the kickoff from Greg DeRochers. Two backs in the backfield for Garcia. Low snap, it's a handoff. Ball on the ground and Central recovers. Central is going to have the ball deep in Lancer territory here early in the second quarter. DeRochers makes the recovery. Great job on defense. Greg DeRochers, number 3, with the recovery. We do have a flag down. So the penalty goes against Lawrence. It's an illegal block, and the Raiders decline that penalty. So on that handoff, the Lancers fumble it deep in their own territory. Let's see if the Lancer defense can come up with a big stop. Otherwise, that'll be a very costly turnover if Edwards and the Raider offense is able to get into the end zone for the 4th time. Well, one of those scores was on special teams. We got 3 wide, stacked to the far side left for Edwards. He throws to the left. It's caught by Villafane. Villafane inside the 10, and Villafane is going to be brought down at about the 5.
Edwards pass complete to Matthias Villafane. That is good for a Central first down. He's tackled at the 5-yard line where it's 1st and goal for the Raiders.
Raiders going without a huddle here early in the second quarter. Line of scrimmage is the 6-yard line. 4 wide receivers set for Edwards. Donadio in the backfield. 2 wide to either side. Edwards to pass on 1st down. He's got all day. Edwards scrambling. And he takes a low hit. Goes out of bounds. No gain. Maybe he picked up 1. Murillo with the tackle.
No gain on the play. 2nd and goal now for Central at the Lawrence 6.
Edwards just got it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from the 6. 3 wide to the near side right. Donadio in the backfield. Donadio is in for the touchdown.
Touchdown Central. Ty Donadio with a 6-yard touchdown run.
Donadio brings it in from 6 yards out. And the turnover proves to be a very costly one for the Lancers. The score 27-7 as Central Catholic has opened up a 3-touchdown lead. Here's DeBay, the left-footed kicker, on for the point after. His kick is up and good.
DeBay has been perfect, 4 for 4 on extra points.
9:19 to go here in the first half. Central Catholic leading Lawrence High 28-7. In the first quarter, it was a 13-yard run by Joe Haushin to open up the scoring, then a 15-yard touchdown reception by Anthony Forelli, a fumble recovery in the end zone by Brian Perez of Lawrence. Greg DeRocher's a 96-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. And here early in the second, Donadio with a 6-yard touchdown run to set our score at 28-7. On Thanksgiving morning 2017, and the Lancers will get the ball back here. And let's see what kind of offense they can put together. Down by 3 touchdowns. Once again, it'll be Camacho and Murillo back deep at about their 5-yard line to return the kickoff. DeBay kicks it deep. This will be Miguel Camacho. Camacho tries to lateral, looking for Murillo, and it goes out of bounds. And the Lancers will take over deep within their own territory, about their own 13.
That's where Lawrence will take over. They'll have 1st and 10.
Not the field position the Lancers were hoping for after drawing up a lateral play on the kickoff return. So the Lancers will be on their own 12 to start off this drive. 9:12 to go in the first half. 28-7 the score after Donadio's 6-yard touchdown run. Sammy Estevez lined up, number 57 for the Lancers, lined up as a wide receiver. Keep your eyes peeled on this first down play. Garcia back to throw, throws it over the middle, almost intercepted. Throw into traffic over the middle. He was looking for Murillo.
2nd down and 10.
Second and 10 here for the Lancers. 9:07 remaining in the second quarter. Garcia and the Lawrence offense backed up deep within their own territory. Try to get some offense together to get back into this game, down by 3 touchdowns here. Still early in the second quarter. It's a 5 wide receiver set with 1 back in the backfield. Only 3 offensive linemen. You don't see this every day. Garcia, bubble screen out to Murillo. Murillo with a modest gain on 2nd down.
Brought down after a short gain.
Some creativity from the Lancer offense there, at least formation-wise. Let's see what the Lancers have cooked up here for 2nd down. Sorry, 3rd down. 3rd down and about 6 to go. And we're going to have a timeout before the snap. That timeout is called by Lawrence High, their 4th charge timeout. They have 1 remaining. We will take this opportunity to remind you to check out the Lawrence Public Schools homepage. Here are some recent stories you can read about. On any device, art students at the Partham School created a beautiful mural to celebrate Thanksgiving. Frost Elementary School students braved the rain to deliver Thanksgiving wishes to their neighbors. The Hennessy School singers have been practicing hard for their upcoming concert on December 15th. You can check out all those stories and more at the LPS homepage located at lawrence.k12.ma.us. So here we go, a big 3rd and 6 coming up for the Lancers. They're down by 3 touchdowns, and if they have any shot at hanging around in this game, they would love to convert this 3rd down. Garcia looking for Wilson. And it's tipped away. Great coverage by Villafane. Wilson looking around for a flag perhaps, but he knew that was just phenomenal coverage by Villafane. Great two-way player, wide receiver and cornerback. And Mesidor is going to have to come in to punt. Villafane has been on single coverage against Andre Wilson throughout this morning. That is no easy assignment, and Villafane has been up to the task so far today. Only one big catch for Wilson as Mesidor punts it. One big catch for Wilson that he fumbled inside the 10. It was recovered for a touchdown, and the ball is downed by Lawrence. After a 36-yard punt, the Raiders will take over at the 48-yard line, their own 48-yard line. Chevrolet downs it for Lawrence. And Edwards and the Central Catholic offense will take over. They've got a 3-touchdown lead, and they've got good field position here with 8:12 remaining in the second quarter. And let's see what they do to try and extend their lead. 4 wide receiver set, 2 to either side. Back to passes, Edwards firing far side, and it's caught. Daniel Almarante with the reception. First down and more for Central. That's his first catch of the ball game. Murillo in coverage for the Lancers. Pickup of about 17 yards for Central on first down. New line of scrimmage to 35. This is a handoff up the middle. Great tackle by Lawrence. A loss of 2. Second down coming up for Central Catholic. Short loss, not a loss of 2, only a yard or less actually. Clock rolling here, second quarter, 7:10 to go in the first half. 3 wide receiver set for the Raiders. It's a handoff for a new back in the backfield, number 24 for Central. He comes close to a Central first down. Anthony Cagianelli, the junior, on the carry. 3rd and 1 for Central after the pickup of 9 yards. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Haushin in the backfield. Haushin picks up the first down and more into the red zone for Central. Raiders trying to extend their lead, trying to go up 35-7 here. Right now it's 28-7 with 6:18 to go in the second quarter. No huddle for the Raiders. Donadio back in the backfield. 3 wide to the far side left for Edwards, who is back to pass on first down. Over the middle to the end zone, and it's broken up by Murillo. Excellent defense in the backfield by Ruben Murillo. Lancers would love a turnover here in the red zone as they try to hang in this ball game, down by 3 touchdowns. 6:04 to go here in the second. Second down and 10 coming up. The Raiders can still pick up a first down inside the 4-yard line. Edwards in the shotgun, 2 wide to the near side right, 1 to the far side left. That's Villafane. Edwards hands off to Donadio. Donadio plowing forward. He's got the first down, and he's in for the touchdown. Donadio gives Central a touchdown to make it 34-7. Donadio from 13 yards out picks up his second touchdown rush of this second quarter. So Donadio scored from 6 yards out earlier in the quarter. That score made it 28-7, and this 13-yard rush puts the Raiders up 34-7 with the PAT pending. Here's DeBay. His left-footed kick is up and good. 35-7. DeBay is perfect on extra points today. 5 extra points for DeBay. So with 5:53 remaining in the first half here from Lawrence on Thanksgiving morning, the score, Central Catholic 35, Lawrence High 7. Joe Haushin started things off with a 13-yard touchdown run. Anthony Farelli scored on a 15-yard touchdown reception. Brian Perez scored on a fumble recovery in the end zone. Greg DeRochers a 96-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Ty Donadio in the second quarter with a 6-yard touchdown run, and Donadio once again, this time from 13 yards out, made it 35-7, and that's where we stand. Once again with 5:53 remaining in the first half here from Lawrence. DeBay gets ready to kick it off. Once again, Murillo and Camacho are back deep to return the kickoff at about their own 8-yard line.
DeBay set to kick off for Central.
DeBay kicks it deep. Here's Camacho. Camacho gets it to the 20, trying to cut it back. And he's stood up at about the 20-yard line. That's where the Lancers will take over once again. Camacho picks up 12 yards on the return. Lancers coming into the game having won 2 out of their last 3. A 21-13 victory at Medford, a 15-zip victory at Malden. They lost 18-0 at Malden Catholic, and here they are against the Raiders in a 4-touchdown hole with 5:42 to go in the second. And let's see if Garcia and the Lancers can get this offense going. It's a 3-wide receiver set with 2 backs in the backfield. Garcia takes the snap. Dangerous shovel pass, and it's going to be a loss of a couple yards on first down.
Pass complete to Manny Lara.
Lara on the reception. Dangerous play. We do have a Lancer down after the play. Can't see the jersey number just yet. But the Lancer offense will take a knee here as they have an injured teammate on the field at about the 12-yard line. So the Lancers here have an injured member of their offense down at about the 12-yard line, still trying to get a glimpse of the jersey number. The score 35-7 here in Lawrence on Thanksgiving morning. It is the quarterback for the Lancers, Garcia, who is going to limp off the field. So the quarterback comes off the field, and the Lancers will have to turn to their 4th quarterback of the year. Looks like it's going to be Manny Lara, number 10, in at QB, at least for the time being. 5:15 to go here in the second with the clock rolling. Lancers have 3 wide to the far side right. Here's Lara, flag is down. Lara gets it around the left tackle up to the 22-yard line. And let's check the flag here, as the Lancers should have a 3rd and long coming up. But first, let's check the flag. Looks like this one could be against Lawrence, perhaps a holding call as the referee looks to the central sideline. The procedure penalty against the Lancers before the snap, so Lawrence High will have to move 5 yards back, and they will get to replay 2nd down. Line of scrimmage after the penalty is the 13-yard line. 2nd and long, Lancers need to get it to their own 30 to pick up a first. Lara remains in at quarterback, man in motion. Lara rolling to his right. Lara throws on the run, and it's overthrown, intended for Murillo. Flag is down. Murillo wanted a pass interference call. Let's see if he gets it. So the refs pick up the flag here. It's going to be 3rd down. No interference, no holding over on the far side. 3rd and long. The Lancers need to get it to their own 30 here. Trying to do anything to hang in this ball game down to their 2nd string quarterback, Manny Lara, with 2 backs in the backfield. 3 wide receivers set. Here's Lara. And I have no idea what that play was all about. Lara loses a few yards. He's tackled at his own 5. And that's going to bring up 4th down and a country mile for the Lawrence Lancers. And surely that'll bring on Muset Mesidor to punt. .4:17 to go here in the first half. Raiders going to get the ball back here with plenty of time to extend their lead, as the Lancers will be hoping for just a clean operation on this punt. Nope, it's a low snap in the end zone. Mesidor somehow gets it away. I swear, Muset Mesidor has had to deal with more bad snaps this season, and he somehow still manages to get most of them away. So the punt goes only to the Lancer 19-yard line, or make it the 18-yard line. And Edwards and the Raiders will be within the Lancer red zone here to start this drive off with 3:51 to go in the first half. And let's see if the Raiders can punch in another here before halftime. They have a 4-touchdown lead.
1st and 10 for Central at the Lawrence 18.
And we have a whistle before the snap. And it looks like a timeout called by the Lancer defense. That is their 5th charge timeout, their final timeout of this first half. Once again, folks, we'd like to thank you for joining us here on LPS Media for this Thanksgiving Day coverage of the Central Catholic Raiders facing off against the Lawrence High Lancers, year 3 of this Thanksgiving Day rivalry. You can watch the first 2 editions of this rivalry right here on our YouTube channel, Lawrence Public Schools. This is our last broadcast of the fall athletics season. And of course, coming up, you guys have plenty to look forward to as the Lancers wrestling squad prepares for their season. The boys and girls basketball teams prepare for their season. We will have all of that exciting coverage for you during the winter athletic season right here on LPS Media, Comcast Channel 99, Verizon Channel 41, and all day, every day on any device on YouTube. So here we go after the punt by Lawrence. Central Catholic ball. 1st and 10 from the Lawrence 18. Edwards in the shotgun with a 4 wide receiver set. Edwards, plenty of time, throws it to the back out of the backfield. That's Houchen. Houchen driving forward, and he's down at the 11. Solid gain of about 8 yards to Houchen on 1st down.
Tackle made by Anthony Garcia.
2nd and about 2 coming up after the reception by Houchen. There is a flag down, and it's going to be a hold against Central. So the Raiders will get to replay 1st down after the 10-yard penalty. So 1st and 20, the Raiders can pick up a 1st down at the Lancer 9-yard line. 3:30 to play here in the 1st half. With the clock rolling, 4 wide receiver set for Edwards. 1 back in the backfield is Houchen. Edwards to pass, firing deep to the end zone, and it's incomplete. Garcia in coverage for the Lancers. He was looking for Farrelly. Farrelly trying to get his 2nd touchdown grab of the ball game. That'll bring up 2nd down and 20 for Central Catholic. The line of scrimmage is the Lancers' 28-yard line. Clock stopped with 3:18 here to go in the 2nd. Another shotgun formation, 3 wide to the near side right, 1 wide to the far side left. Houchen in the backfield for Edwards. Edwards to Houchen. Houchen at the 30, Houchen at the 20, Houchen at the 10, and he's brought down at about the 7-yard line. Should be a 1st down for the Raiders. It depends on the spot. It is indeed a 1st down, so it'll be 1st and goal for Central here, under 3 minutes to go. No huddle for the Raiders. 1st and goal coming up. Donadio is back in the backfield for Central. 4 wide receivers set, 3 to the far side left, 1 to the near side right. For Brett Edwards, who is back to throw. Looking at his 1st read, 2nd read, now he's got to scramble. Lawrence bringing the pressure. Throw to the end zone is caught for another Central Catholic touchdown. Jake Delaney, number 15, hauls it in.
Jake Delaney with an 8-yard touchdown.
From 8 yards out, Delaney gives Central a 41-7 lead. Third touchdown pass of the game for Edwards. An 8-yard touchdown reception for Delaney, 41-7. Here's DeBay for the point after. He's made 5 extra points today. Can he make it 6? You know it.
Jack DeBay connects on his 6th extra point kick of the morning. And thanks to Brett Edwards' 3rd touchdown pass of the day, Central now leads Lawrence 42-7. Just over 2 minutes remaining here in the 1st half.
42-7 the score, 2:22 to go here in the 1st half. A lot of Raiders on the score sheet. And let's see if we can catch you up just in case you're joining us late. A 13-yard touchdown run in the 1st by Joe Houchen. 15-yard touchdown reception by Anthony Farrelly, made it 14-0. A fumble recovery in the end zone by Brian Perez of Lawrence, made it 14-7. Greg DeRocher's a 96-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, made it 21-7. Donadio, Ty Donadio that is, a 6-yard touchdown run, made it 28-7. Then Donadio again, this time from 13 yards out, made it 35-7. And Jake Delaney just moments ago with an 8-yard touchdown catch to make it 42-7 here in the 2nd quarter with 2:22 to play. DeBay gets set to kick it off again. He has the ball on the left hash mark as opposed to right in the center of the field. It's Camacho and Murillo deep to return the kickoff. And the wind knocks the ball off the tee. The wind coming in at 13 miles an hour at game time. 35 degrees at kickoff today. And DeBay kicks it deep. This will be Murillo, and he muffs it. Murillo has got to hold it, and he's got to take it out of the end zone. That's just an unfortunate mistake by Murillo. Should be a safety or perhaps a touchback if Murillo is lucky. He muffed, it is a safety, yeah. Murillo needed to grab that ball and just take a knee. He would have been golden if he just took a knee, but Murillo panicked there in his own end zone, and he just kind of threw it out of the back of the end zone, or actually over the sideline. So Central picks up a free 2 points, and that sets the score at 44-7, and the Lancers will lose a possession here because they need to kick off to Central. Unfortunate turn of events, so another one for the Lancers here as Murillo couldn't handle the kickoff. It slips through his fingers, and then he fails to down the ball. He fails to create a touchback and just kind of tosses it out of bounds over on the far side of the field. And not much you can say about that play by Ruben Murillo. So Mesidor and the Lancers will have to kick off, or it'll be a free kick, basically a punt from their own 20-yard line. Central is going to have pretty good field position.
After the safety, Lawrence will kick off to Central Catholic from their own 20. Mesidor lines up to kick off.
Minute and a half remaining here as Mesidor will put the ball on the tee for a kickoff from his own 20. All right, Mesidor squibs it up the middle, and Central's just going to fall on it at the Lawrence 43-yard line. Mendonça, number 10, the senior for Central. No return for the Raiders. And the line of scrimmage will be the 43-yard line of Lawrence High. And let's see what the let's see what the Raiders want to do here. 44-7, the first half score. 3 wide to the far side left. Here's Edwards. He's going to keep it and bring it up the middle for a gain of 3. Second down coming up here. Late in the second quarter. Time running out here in the second quarter. Just waiting for the signal from the officials. And that's going to do it. That's the final play of the first half. The score at halftime here on Thanksgiving Day 2017. Central Catholic Raiders 44, Lawrence High Lancers 7. Thank you, folks, for joining us here on LPS Media. We're going to take a short halftime break, and we'll be right back with the second half kickoff.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I what I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back, Lancer fans. Thanks for joining us here on LPS Media for our coverage of Thanksgiving Day 2017 football between the Central Catholic Raiders and your Lawrence High School Lancers. The score, 44 for the Raiders, 7 for the Lancers, and we are underway here in the second half with Lawrence returning the kickoff. Here is Miguel Camacho to the 20. Camacho with a little bit of room. Camacho loses the football. And it's on the ground, still on the ground. Central recovers. So Camacho with a very promising kickoff return, and he fumbles at about the 40, fumbling it forward. And Central recovers at the Lawrence 46-yard line, already down 44-7. Another tough break for the Lancers as Miguel Camacho lets that one slip loose. And the Central offense will take over here. New quarterback into the ball game for Central. Cagianelli on the carry for the Raiders, number 24.
4-yard pickup on first down, second down and 6 now for Central at the Lawrence.
Number 8, quarterback Jared Silverio, the sophomore, into the game for the Raiders. Edwards on the bench. Silverio keeps it, gets it across the 40.
Silverio in a quarterback for Central Catholic. He carries the ball and the quarterback keeper.
It's going to bring up
Yuri Bell Herrera, number 6, made the tackle for Lawrence.
It's going to bring up a third down and short here.
Central first down.
Just a little over a yard. Central needs to pick up the first down here. Sophomore quarterback Jared Silverio into the game here. And Cagianelli is the back in the backfield. Silverio is going to hand it off to Cagianelli, and he's fighting for the first down. Lancer defense can't get him down yet. The ball is loose. Lawrence High has it. Camacho, Miguel Camacho at the 25. Camacho at the 10. Miguel Camacho to the house. Lawrence High with a fumble recovery for a touchdown. It's 44-13 here in Lawrence. Miguel Camacho makes up for his fumble on the second half kickoff. He returns the fumble recovery, 48 yards to the house. And the Lancers have their second touchdown of the ball game. Wow, that was an exciting play. Cagianelli fighting hard for that first down in a third and short situation. He broke about 3 tackles, couldn't get through the fourth one. Camacho scooped up the fumble, and 48 yards later found himself in the end zone. Here's Mesidor on for the extra point, which is true. And the score now 44-14. So the Lancers, after getting blown out in the first half, a huge defensive play gets the Lancer fans pumped here at Robert Fitzgerald Field at Lawrence Veterans Memorial Stadium. 7:45 to go here in the third quarter, as the Raiders will get the ball back here.
An award ceremony will take place immediately following the game.
So after a 48-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown by Miguel Camacho, Central will get the ball back. Mesidor gets ready to kick it off. Let's see if the Lancers want to try anything interesting here on the kickoff, perhaps an onside kick, as they are down 44-14 here early in the third. Here's Mesidor. He's going to kick it deep. Lancers could have been called for offsides on that. Muffed at the 12-yard line by Central. Recovered by the Raiders, and they're going to have terrible field position. Great kickoff coverage by the Lancers. Just throwing it out there. The Lancers looked a little bit offside on that kickoff, but no matter. The refs might have missed that one. Mesidor, a deep kickoff. Perez in coverage with the tackle. And Central is going to start deep in their own territory. Line of scrimmage will be the 7. Silverio remains in at quarterback for the Raiders. They have a shotgun formation, 3 wide receiver set. It's a handoff up the middle for Central. Lancer D was ready for it. Second down coming up for the Raiders. After the short carry on first down. No gain, in fact. Matthew Shaw running back into the game for the Raiders. Shotgun formation, man goes in motion. Jet sweep along the goal line. Lancer defense was ready for that one. Sean Morgan, the sophomore, on the carry. Lancer defense picks up a tackle for a loss. And let's see what kind of forward progress he's given. Garcia with a nice tackle on the Lancer defense. Forward progress, he got himself to the 5-yard line, it looks like. So a loss of 2 on the play. 3rd and 12 here. Lancers down by 30, but would love a stop here to at least try and get themselves back into this game. Silverio takes the snap. Silverio deep in his own end zone, has to get rid of it. And incomplete, out of bounds. That's going to bring up 4th down. Good defense by Lawrence. Urabel Herrera, number 6 for the Lancers. Great coverage by Herrera on the far sideline. And it's a punting situation for Central. This would be their first punt of the ball game. This is Jake Delaney, the senior, on to punt. From the back of his own end zone, we have a flag and a false start against Central. So that's going to be 2.5-yard penalty, half the distance to the goal. And the punter will not move, but the line of scrimmage moves back 2.5 yards. Not a lot of room to work with here for Delaney. Should be an interesting punt. Delaney has just enough space to get the punt away. This is Murillo after a great punt. Punt goes about 40 yards.
40-yard punt by Delaney from his own end zone.
And Murillo perhaps losing a yard on the return. And they're going to give him the 40. So no gain on the return. So the Lancers take over. 1st and 10 from the 40. Some decent field position to work with. They are down by 30 with 3:28 to go here in the third. Anthony Garcia is back into the game at quarterback. Garcia is going to line up wide right, and Lara remains in at quarterback. Santel in the backfield for Manny Lara. Lara holds on to it, throws to the near side, and it's dropped. He was looking for Chevrolet.
Marquez, number 32 on the
Couldn't haul in the catch here on the near side.
second down and 10 for Lawrence.
And the Lancers will have 2nd and 10 from the 40, 2:55 to go here in the third. Once again, Garcia lined up on the far side right as a receiver. Here's Lara. He's going to run with it. No room to work with at all. Might have lost a yard.
Quarterback keeper. Marquez has made the tackle, no gain on the play.
3rd and 10 coming up for the Lancers here.
3rd down and 10 for Lawrence.
Down by 30, trying to keep it close or as close as they can. Lara has the play from the sideline, brings it to the huddle. Lancers taking their time here, huddling up on 3rd and 10. Lara and Garcia both in the backfield. Garcia back at quarterback for this snap with 2 backs in the backfield. Lara looking to pass. Nice little trick play. Not a lot of room though, and he's just going to throw it out of bounds. Lancers trying to get creative there on 3rd and 10 with 2 backs capable of throwing the ball in the backfield, but Central sniffed that one out right away. Would assume this is 4-down territory for the Lancers. 4th and 10 from the 40 as the Lancers unable to pick up a yard on the first 3 snaps of their first offensive possession here in the second half.
Fourth down and 14 for Lawrence at the Central Catholic 44. Lancers will go for it on 4th down.
So the Lancers are going to go for it. They need to get it to the Central 30-yard line. Garcia will take the snap as the quarterback with Santel in the backfield. Garcia fires over the middle, incomplete, intended for Murillo. Murillo was open. The throw was just underthrown.
So it's a turnover on down.
Turnover on downs, and the Raiders will take over from their own 44-yard line.
We're in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter.
Final moments of the 3rd quarter. Just waiting for a signal from the refs to see if that was in fact the last play of the 3rd quarter. Looks like it will be.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
Indeed it is. 3 quarters in the books here on Thanksgiving morning 2017. We've got 11 minutes left in the season. The score, Raiders 44, the Lancers 14.
Central leads Lawrence 44-14.
Only score so far of this second half in the 3rd quarter. It was a 48-yard touchdown on a fumble recovery for Miguel Camacho. It's 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Another new quarterback into the game. Aiden Gordon, new quarterback into the game for the Raiders. It is Mark Casis, number 32, on the carry. Short gain on the play, less than a yard. And that brings up 2nd down and 10. Raiders trying to get it across midfield over to the Lancers 46 to pick up a 1st down. Aiden Gordon, the junior, 5'8", 150, quarterback into the game. Gordon is going to keep it. And he squirms forward for a yard or 2. They give him 2, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. Casada on the tackle for the Lancers. Under 10 minutes to go in the ball game now, 10 minutes to go in the season. Raiders slowing down the pace here as they're sitting on this 30-point lead, their third-string QB into the game. Gordon in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off right up the middle. Once again, this is Casey, the sophomore, on the carry. Do have a flag down. Fourth down coming up, but let's check the flag first. It's a penalty against the Lancers. Personal foul, face mask on Lawrence. So this will be an automatic first down for the Raiders, and the drive will continue.
15-yard penalty. That'll give Central Catholic first and 10 at the Lawrence 36-yard line.
New line of scrimmage after the 15-yard penalty will be the 36-yard line of Lawrence High. And here's Gordon in the shotgun, one back in the backfield, four wide receiver set for the third string QB for Central. Handoff up the middle, Devin DeBay.
Devin DeBay on the carry for Central.
DeBay with a solid gain on first down for the Raiders.
Tackle made by Lawrence's number 24, Anthony Martinez.
Martinez with the tackle for Lawrence.
3-yard pickup. It's now second down and 7 for Central at the Lawrence 33.
Second down for the Raiders here. Clock rolling, 8:12 to go in the game. Devin DeBay remains in the backfield here for Gordon. Another four wide receiver set, another handoff up the middle. DeBay picks up a couple on forward progress. It's going to bring up a third down.
Number 2, Brandon Santel, and number 24.
He gets it to the 31. 3rd and 5 coming up for the Raiders. Lancers will probably need to get a couple stops if they want to see the ball back here in this fourth quarter. J.J. Mercury, the sophomore. Mercury in at quarterback. He's going to keep it. He's going to plow forward. Looks like he's going to be just short of the first down marker. That is the 4th quarterback of the game for Central. He gets it to the 29, and it's going to be 4th down and a long 2 for Central. Most likely will be going for it here. This is Michael Finneran, excuse me. It's a bad snap. Finneran is going to go back for it. This is going to be a turnover. The Lancers will have some decent field position as Central brings in their 5th quarterback of the game. And Finneran can't handle the bad snap, so Lancers catch a break here, and they will have a chance here to put another score on the board before this thing is all said and done. So it's a 30-point lead for the Raiders with about 6 minutes to go here in the ball game. 6 minutes to go in the season. Lara in at quarterback, 3 wide receiver set for the Lancers. 2 backs in the backfield trying to make something happen here in the 4th. And it's a handoff up the middle to Santel. Santel turns it around the right tackle. Santel plowing ahead to the 33-yard line. It's going to be a first down carry for the Lancers. Lawrence High trying to get it into the end zone one last time here in the 2017 season. They've gone 2-8, while the Raiders have gone 9-1. Just over 5 minutes to play here in the game. Manny Lara in at quarterback. And let's see what the Lancers can do here with a 3 wide receiver set. Shotgun formation, 2 backs in the backfield for Lara. Manny with the snap. Manny hands it off. It's going to be a loss of a yard or two on the carry. Gianni Vargas on the carry for Lawrence High. Loses a couple, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 12.
Loss on the play, thanks to a fine defensive play by Jared Gillis. 2nd down and 12.
Line of scrimmage is the Raider 34-yard line. Lara in the shotgun, 4 wide receiver set, 2 wide to either side, 1 back in the backfield. Here's Manny. Throwing it near side, overthrown, intended for Chevrolet. Third down coming up for the Lancers, trying to punch it in one last time this season. They need 12 to pick up a first. Under 4 minutes to go here in the game. Once again, 4 wide, 2 to either side. 1 back for Lara. Here's Manny, back to throw. On 3rd down, firing near side. Flag is thrown. Could be pass interference, could be a defensive holding. Let's wait and see.
Lara's pass incomplete. There's a penalty flag on the play.
Lancers think it's against Central. Pass interference on the defense. Automatic first down for Lawrence.
Called pass interference against Central Catholic. So the result of that play will be first and
So
10
first
for
and 10, Lancers into the Central red zone. Line of scrimmage is the 19-yard line. Let's see, can the Lancers cross the goal line one time here in the 4th quarter? Down by 30, 2:15 to play in the game. Same formation for the Lancers and Manny Lara. He's back to throw, looking near side, lofted to the end zone, incomplete. Intended for Perez. Perez recovered a fumble for a touchdown in the 1st quarter. Both Lancer touchdowns in this game have been the result of fumbles. One in the 1st quarter, an offensive fumble by Andre Wilson, recovered for a Brian Perez touchdown. And then in the 3rd quarter, Miguel Camacho on the defensive side recovered a fumble, took it 48 yards to the house. 1:30 to go in the game. Santel in the backfield. Here's a handoff to Camacho. Camacho playing in the last game of his career. Camacho rounding the corner. Camacho is pushed out of bounds inside the 5. Trying for his 2nd touchdown of the game. Lancers going to try to plow it in here in the final minute of the game. They're down 44-14. 1st and goal at the 4. Lancers, I believe, have all of their timeouts to work with in case they want to stop the clock. Clock still rolling. Final minute of the ball game, final minute of the season. It's a 2 wide receiver set for the Lancers, 1 to either side, 2 backs in the backfield, Santel included. It's going to be Santel up the middle. Touchdown, Lancers.
Touchdown, Lawrence.
Brandon Santel from 4 yards out
Runs for a 4-yard touchdown.
makes it 44-20.
That brings the score to 44-20 with seconds remaining.
This could be the final play of the ball game, an extra point pending as Musset Mesidor, the senior, Let's give him a moment here. Mesidor's had a phenomenal career, the senior. One of the most valuable special teams players for the Lancers. And the senior will try to kick this one through on his final play of his career, and that's too bad. He goes wide left. But the Lancers end this game with a touchdown by number 2, Brandon Santel. And that's the final play of the game, folks. We'd like to wish you and your family a happy Thanksgiving 2017. The final score here from Lawrence, Central Catholic 44, Lawrence High School 20. We'd like to thank you for joining us here on LPS Media. Our crew today, our producer Luis Lopez, my name is Jay Oza. Folks, thanks as always for joining us. We'll see you next time for the LPS Media Winter Athletic Season. Thanks for joining us, and happy Thanksgiving to you and yours.